and today my video I'm bringing you how to make one of these pretty little toiletry bags here with the pretty ribbon, how to make these ties here, and how to make matching towel ties. So these are the materials that I've chosen to work with today. This one is navy blue and has little anchors on it, and this one is a satin material. I'll be using the satin for the ribbons for my bag, and I'm going to be making ribbons for my towel ties using this one here. So that's what I've got to work with. Both are really nice. And what you'll also need to make the bag and the towel ties are some scissors, some threads, safety pins, measuring tape, and a few pins. That's it really. So next, you'll see that I've pressed the fabric so the back side is showing and the nice side of the material is inside. Now, next we're going to make a seam. We're going to sew across the edge, all across here. We're going to miss about an inch gap in the middle of the ribbon here, and then continue going up to the edge of the ribbon and finishing it off there. So you have a gap here so we can push all the material through to turn the ribbon in the right way. So that's what I'm going to do next. When I get to the corner, I push my needle down, like this, bring up the presser foot, turn it, put it down, and continue sewing. Just finished sewing the seam around the edge of these two ribbons. And these ones are going to be for, to tie my towel back. And I've left the gap here in the middle. And the reason for this is we're going to turn it in the other way, turn it into a ribbon. So here, what we're going to do is, remember we left the inch gap here? We're going to use that inch gap and we're going to push the fabric through. So here we go, just like so. Just got to turn it all back in the other way and just keep pulling it through. It's going to take some time, so I'm just going to fiddle around with the ends here. But you can see how it's starting to turn into a ribbon. Okay, I'll be back when I've finished. So here I've just finished pulling the ribbon through the holes. So I'm going to be taking this back to the sewing machine and just pushing this together and just finishing this off here with the seam. Now you'll notice with the rest of the ribbon, you've got this flawless seam. It's quite professional looking. You've got your points out, which I got pushed out with the safety pin there. So I'm going to go back to the sewing machine and finish off putting these little holes together. Okay, I just got back from the sewing machine and I've sealed up the little gap there, and now I've just got to cut these excess threads and then we're done. So here we go. Here we go. That's the gap there. All sealed up, it's all done. And this is it, this is the ribbons for the towel ties. I'm going to take these to the bathroom and tie up the towels. Go. So here we're going to make the ribbons for the bag. I'm going to do this one first. I've chosen the satin fabric here, and I've done it the same way as we did the ribbons before. Nice bit of fabric on the inside, and I've pressed it so you've got the back side showing. And we're going to make the ribbons in exactly the same way. Sewing the seam across here, leaving a gap about 1 inch so we can push it through, and then carrying it on to the ends. Now I've chosen, this length here is 1/16 and it's 18 centimeters across here, and I've chosen to have a really thick ribbon for my bags. So let's take this to the sewing machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've just finished off our ribbons, and this is part 2. We're going to make the bag. And it's really simple to make a drawstring bag. I've got my material here, and I've already started. I've cut it to 1 meter 2 length, and I've cut it 38 across. And basically I've just done about just over 1 centimeter, and I've put the iron on it and gone round the edge here. So that's the first thing that we're going to do, is we're going to sew all around the edge. So we've got like a really nice seam to work with. And so I've just done the seam all around the edge. I've just finished it off there. It's all done. So next, what we're going to do is fold it back side up. So we've got this here, matching it up. It's a pretty little seam. And remember, we made a really thick ribbon. So what we're going to do next is we're going to make a loop here, big enough to fit our ribbon through. Obviously, if you're using a smaller ribbon, make a smaller loop. And obviously, I'm making a big one. And we just need to pin this out. So it's about 8 centimeters gap fold here. And we're just gonna pin it here. So separate from the other fabric. Make sure it's on. And then do the same for the other side. Like this. And again over on this side. Just pinning that. So we're gonna go back to the sewing machine, and we're gonna just sew, obviously not together, just one side, and we're gonna sew this bit here across. So it'll create the loop there that we need. Okay, I'm going to be back in just a sec. I've just got back from the sewing machine, and I've just finished sewing up from the corner to the edge here. So this bit is open, and this bit. So now basically all we have to do is turn the bag right side and poke out the corners here and here. So you're left with this bag, like this. And you've got the ribbon holes there. So now we need to just put the ribbons in the bag. So the last job what we need to do is thread the ribbon through the little loops here. So I'm going to get my safety pin, just going to put it in there a couple of times like this, and then push it through. Just chase the safety pin through. so, and then thread it through the other side the same way. You did that way. Pin that. So you've threaded that through that way. And then you've got to get the other ribbon and do the same thing again. Just attach the safety pin. Oh. And then go through the opposite way, because we want to have 2 ties at this end and 2 ties at that end. So we'll push it through the opposite way to where we started the other one, like so. Pull it through and go around the other side, push it through. Okay, and then you just need to finish it off by tying a little bow. So there's my drawstring, and I've done a long one here because I plan on having this on the hook and this one down the bottom. Okay, I'm just gonna hang it up and then I'll show you. So I've now hung up the bag, and I've got the long thread here, and I've got the bag here, pretty little bow here, and basically it's ready to put your stuff in, and then when you want to take stuff out, undo the bow and take it out. Simple. So that was my video for today. I hope you enjoyed. If so, like and subscribe, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye!